Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolverine channel. Happy New Year's. Hope everybody's doing good on this nice January cold winter day. Ooh, there goes all my pins. I'll pick them up later. Anyway, um, so when I seen this, it disgusted me, and like anybody else, I think it should disgust you as well. Um, I I'm sure people know who I'm talking about. This guy don't need no introduction. He's got some of the same subscribers I do, and right now, of course, I'm going through the shadow ban again because I haven't been out here in a long time. So gotta build back up again, show YouTube, kiss its butt a little while, so it'll put out some of my uh live streams again. But anyways, as I was saying, let's watch some of this crazy denial bull crap that we're seeing here. He shows up for the hearing and knocks on the door, and this happens.
Let's go ahead and knock and make sure that we can hopefully go in the recording. What's up, Claudette? This is a public service. Let me audit you in here. Yeah, this is going to be live stream. This is a public service. That's my hope anyway. I'm not going to proceed forward if they say no. Let me knock again. I don't think they heard it. I believe there's multiple law
just to
enforcement
let you guys
officers.
know, they're all in there because let's fast forward. He goes in and look, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's the door, right? Check it out.
If I didn't leave right away, I wasn't quick enough for him. Apparently, I was walking backwards. Sorry about the shakiness, guys. These live streams, for some reason, the video shakes very easily. I believe that's the attorney, Elkin, I believe is his name, wearing the blazer.
God, I ain't getting no notifications out at all.
I believe that lady at the head of the table is the hearing officer. So they're all in there. So as I thought, Sergeant Santos is here. I wonder if Captain Dice and the other lieutenant are going to be here as well. Just knocked again. Hey, New Zealand. Hey, how you doing?
Good. Are you Mr.
So remember, this guy is just one of the city's attorneys. This is an officer that is undeservingly has a stripe or two. They are traitors to the Constitution. I am not trying to call them names. I'm not trying to use ad hominems to describe what I am specifically pointing out here. Don't get me wrong. I am literally calling out what I see that is a violation of due process, a violation of the First Amendment, a violation of the Fifth Amendment, a violation of the 14th Amendment. These people are going to continue to act this way because every time there's a so-called law and order Republican in office, these people get dumber. And what I mean by dumber is that it's like they pretend not to know things, like, simple things. That is a conference room with a conference table, okay? This is talking about a hearing, not a court hearing. This is a magistrate type of person, basically a overpaid administrator, okay? An admin that is sitting at a table that is hearing a complaint from the city and a procedural issue, whether they have violated policy or not. That's all this is. This is not um, a court of law, but it does have the decorum and it does have the same rights. And all these people are under an oath of office. Let's go.
How's the last name?
Cooker, the K.
Mr. Cooker.
Yes, sir.
I'm
I'm
Darren
going to be
Elton.
live streaming, okay? So I'm going to set this up.
Well, that's up to the judge. Normally, in the one we've had the hearings before, we do not allow live streaming. We do have a
Check
court
this out.
reporter, and you can
That's up to the judge. There's no judge in there. He's a hearings officer.
audio record if you need to, certainly.
Well, it's my public hearing, so I want to make sure I record it. It's my right.
Sir,
You see, he said it was up to the judge. Remember? Let's go back and look at that action again. Let's read the body language, right?
So they're all in
Read
there.
the body language. The body language is important because you could see he's arbitrarily
So as I thought, Sergeant Santos is here. I wonder if
in the
Captain
moment
Dice
as
and
it
the other
organically plays out. Watch this.
certainly.
Well, it's my. Hey, New Zealand, sir. I'm going to be live streaming, okay? So I'm going to set this up.
Well, that's up to the judge.
Hold up. That's up to the judge, right? He pointed right at her. She didn't say a word. And look at the look on his face as it's organically playing out. You could see that they've already conspired on this. It's too bad that old boy just didn't set his stuff up in the other room and just go in and have the hearing, because he could still get him on denial. And if I'm sure they're doing this to everybody else, and they could have put a Manel claim on it too as well.
Normally, in the one we've had the hearings before, we do not allow live streaming. We do have a court reporter, and you can audio record if you need to, certainly.
Well, it's my public hearing, so I want to make sure I record it. It's my right.
Sir.
You see how
Can I
he's
speak to-
testifying everything? Did the judge say anything, ladies and gentlemen? Was the judge even asked the question? See? What did he say earlier? Oh, that is up to the judge. That's up to the judge. Remember, guys? That's up to the judge. He pointed at her and did not ask her.
Sir,
Can I speak to the lady about it?
Not while you're
I'll wait right
recording.
here. I'm not,
Hold
sir.
on,
I'm going to be live streaming, okay? So I'm going to set this up.
Well, that's up to the judge.
Sir, I'm going to be live streaming, okay? So I'm going to set this up.
Well, that's up to the judge.
Sir,
Nowhere-
I'm going to be live streaming, okay? So I'm going to set this up.
Well, that's up to the judge.
See that?
Normally, in the one we've had
Nowhere
hearings
in here
before,
did
we
he
do not
ask
allow
her.
live streaming. We do
So
have
it
a
wasn't
court
up to the
reporter, and you
judge
can
at all.
audio record if
And
you
he
need
knew this too. Look at
to, certainly.
Well,
he keeps
it's my
giving him that dirty crap eating grin. I'm trying to keep it clean, ladies and gentlemen.
public hearing, so I want to make sure I record it. It's my right.
Sir,
Can I speak to the lady about it?
This
Not
is
while
I'll wait right
recording.
here.
disdainful.
I'm not going to proceed with the court hearing unless I can record.
That's
You
certainly
see,
your
the
option.
more you leave it up to them while you're asking questions, I would have I'm gonna tell you how, let me put the camera on me. Personally, what I would have done is I would have put the camera behind me, stuck my head in. Hi, I'm Adam. Hi, Miss Hearings Officer. What's your name? I would have stuck my head in there. And I just would have kept the camera out, but on me, right? And I would have spoke. And if it would have escalated from there, he would have had better standings. Right now, the standing is the judge didn't even get to answer it. So she's got qualified immunity, or the hearings officer. And this guy, he's nobody. So if he doesn't have the authority, how can he be used or be complained about if he didn't have the authority to do it to begin with, right? The only thing he can be like disciplined for is like an ingress obstruction and intimidation with Santos here.
Okay.
Um,
So is that the route we're going?
Whatever route you want.
Okay. Well, I've got
Come on in.
200 people in here, so
Yeah.
Okay.
In here, there's 200 people.
So I can go in here and live stream?
You can't live
You
stream.
can't live stream, but we haven't started the hearing yet.
So I can go in here for now and live stream then.
Yeah,
No.
you can come right here and live stream. You wanted to talk with the
Remember
hearing
when I said I would stick my head in? That would back that up.
officer. Obviously, the hearing officer is in charge of the hearing and will be the one dictates that you can or can't live stream.
Well, why would I not be able to live stream?
Because these are
See, right
confidential
now, our gray area that Liberty Troll has made a mistake. All right, there's a demarcation line that this guy has already set up. That would be his second attempt to do the right thing. He could have just stuck his head in there and said, hey, and left it up to the lady. That way he can hold her accountable. He can't even hold her accountable. You know why? Because she wasn't asked the question. That's how that's going to roll. So therefore, she just did what she's told because she's just an administrator and he is the presenter and the keeper of this record here, as he hired the person through the city and he is working for this guy. So he's here for him. This guy is the cheese in this room, but he's not the cheese of the building. He's just the cheese of the hearing, right? Let's keep going.
hearings. We have a
It's a
viewing
public
there. People can see it and it's video. If you want to go, anybody that from the public wants to see it, see right there? See the sign?
So what's
Public viewing area?
yeah, I know.
So I'm not going to argue with you.
It's being recorded already, so what's the difference with this?
I'm not going to
recording?
argue. It's not a question. and
No, I'm
answer
asking a
session.
question. I'm asking
Well, you're
questions
not
of my
gonna- you
government,
can
so
ask-
it's my right.
It's not, anyways, I'm not going to argue with you.
Well, because you can't. There's no reason why I can't.
I agree with this Orwellian totalitarian right here. I do. He shouldn't be talking about it at all because it wasn't left up to him. The guy was told that he can put his head in here. He covered himself when he said, "Yeah, the hearing's not started yet, and you can be right here." And all he had to do is stick his head in there so he can hold somebody accountable. Unfortunately, he's going to have a hard time with that. If this case is ruined all over, so he'd be better off just like going and getting arrested and then going that route. Just go back on the property and having the right to do so, and then violating his due process all the way through this, right? And with the false arrest, he needs to take the arrest. If he truly believes that his rights are violated and he has the right to do what he's doing, he should go take the arrest. Hey, look, it's just that it's 18 hours of torment, but sometimes you got to go through some major inconvenience for long-term convenience, right? That's just the way it is.
Promote
Are
transparency
you
for
gonna be
a hearing.
argumentative or are you gonna do the hearing? That's just.
I mean, it's up to you
Look,
guys.
now you got the little cheeseball servant. All he's there to do is to enforce law, not to argue, not to debate, not to get into the administrative side of this. He has nothing to do with that, the rules in that building. He is enforcement. That's it. So he's supposed to zip his mouth until a crime is committed. And as you see, a crime was not committed.
It's up to you. I
No.
want to know. I want to
Hang on, hang on.
record.
Here's the deal.
That's why
It's-
he
it's-
like put his hand back to him and said, here's the deal, right? He wanted him to shut up because he had no expectation of any authority at that time. This guy is taking the lead, and the hearings officer gets off either way because we already know their decision. The problem here is due process may have been served because he didn't stick his head in there and hold her accountable. That's the way they might see it in federal court, and he's not going to take it to federal court.
Entirely your option. This is your hearing. As you've said, it's your right to
Especially
challenge the trial.
After he hears what I just told him. Look, man, I'm sorry, Liberty Troll. You know, 88% of everything I say about law and order and court administrative rules, you know, I already did my homework on it, right? I don't show everybody no more because that's where my mistake has been. I've been showing y'all how to do this for a long time, and most people just walk all over that. Like, you know, like my education um, is equivalent to theirs, and that's just not true. Most people need to do their own homework from now on. But when I help somebody and I'm breaking down something and I'm telling you these people are tyrants and what they did to him is wrong. And this is why we need an uprising. We have a Second Amendment for this. These people are not only stopped. Do you know if he goes back to that place and stands there that they will put this sergeant will put his hands, his nasty, disgusting, crusty hands all over Liberty Troll? This guy right here. He'll put his hands all over this guy, right? Just to make a point. Just to
I
make
did where it's up to you.
No,
I
just to
want to
make
know.
a point.
I want to. I want to
Hang on.
record.
Here's the deal.
And-
It's entirely your option.
There it is. He's putting it back in it. It's entirely your option. They are willing to unlive you over their opinions, ladies and gentlemen. They are. And that is why we need to get rid of these people off the planet. They need to be taken care of. You could take that any way you want to. That's just my opinion. They need to be gone. They are tyrants. They are threats to the community. All this guy wants to do is observe his First Amendment right, record inside buildings that he owns, and that ball-headed servant that is a disgust and a disgrace to his badge, and is a disgrace to every other constitutional law enforcement officer in the United States of America. He's a disgrace to it. Anybody that acts like this, and this is not a real court proceeding. This is called a administrative hearing about policy, not law.
This is your hearing, as you've said, it's your right to challenge the trespass warning. We will let you audio record. You're entitled to audio record. And our expense, we have provided.
You're entitled to audio recording. Do you guys understand that that's not the truth? If anything, it says that if one person disagrees in Florida Sunshine Law, audio recording is actually against the law. You guys know that? Florida Sunshine Law. It's against the law. That's why this piece of garbage up here doesn't know what he's talking about. That's wiretapping. He's got it backwards, man.
The court report.
I'm not going to look that up for you. If you don't believe me, look it up for yourself.
So should you wish to appeal to the court, you will have a verbatim transcript, and you can also audio record.
But I can't video record.
But you were not going to have a video program. Just like,
why?
Let me finish. Just like in a courtroom where the judges don't allow oftentimes video cameras in. That's why you see sketch artists and that sort of thing.
So what's the reason
in trial?
in this case?
I'm not answering all the reasons.
You know where you got that at? You know where you got that at? When this is the public service was, and that other guy that had their hearings together, they recorded it, and he was there for that. He literally stopped and was asking those questions. So that those things, and there's another case out there, I forget where at, that there was questions being asked about, I believe it was Sean Reyes, where his attorneys were saying, well, can I get an artist that has a photographic memory that can sit there in this area and draw all this? Can I do this? And all these things come up. All these things come up. And guess what? Guess what happened? This guy learned. And he was listening. This is how I know we are making change. But while we're making change, they're manipulating it. As fast as we make it, they come out something that will counter-react it. And that's exactly what he did. Remember, he counter-reacted the fact because Zach did not allow his question to verbatim be answered by the judge. That's up to the judge. Okay, judge, and follow through by leaving the camera out and don't cross the demarcation line with the camera and say, "Hey, judge, you mind if I record my own hearing? It's no big deal. It's just me. I'll have the camera on me, and it'll just be audio, okay? Because it's already being recorded out there, and the city already has it, so it's no big deal, right?" And I'm sure she probably would have said, "Yeah." But you know what? The way this guy, they didn't want to leave it up to him, and you can see the little smirk on his face because he knew that Zach screwed up, and now Zach can't do nothing about it.
Okay.
But
So
would
let
you
me know
like
you're
to,
done.
let me ask you this. Would
Let
you
me know
like
you're
to
done.
proceed with the hearing and not videotape, or would you not want to proceed with the hearing because you're not allowed to videotape? You decide. You
What
just
is
let us know.
what is the reason for lack
I'm
of
not answering
transparency?
questions.
Okay.
You just decide whether you want to come in. We're going to start at 10:30. You decide whether you want to come in.
Wow. No transparency, guys, as you can see.
I got a question for you guys. George, deplorable. What would you have done? And write it down. He says, if you want to come in at 10:30, wouldn't you have said, "I want to come in now"? How many of you would have said, "I want to come in now"? Put a 1 as I keep playing.
Public hearing. So I'll wait here for another 3 minutes. It starts at 10:30. It's 10:27 right now. This is a public service. Says you'd like to see the written rule. We got someone watching from Daytona. Good to see you. This is not a courtroom. Yeah, you're right. This is not a courtroom. Yeah, this is a public service. Send me the rule, if you will, please. Send me that rule. I had a feeling this would be an issue. I had a feeling. Thank you, Brenda, for having my back. Let's look at him on the screens here so we can see what's going on behind the door. As you can
You
see,
guys know as well as I do.
it's already being recorded.
Zach could have left right on this table or on this table and just zoomed in and recorded it, went in there, but he made it harder on himself. My common sense would have said, "You know what? I'm going to do what's in my best interest. What's in everybody that's watching." He had like 200 people. Like right now, I got 22 people in here. Like, usually there's about 200 or 300 people in here, but I don't, my notifications ain't going out. But anyway, that's here nor there. You guys know I don't trip on this. My ego has nothing to do, my equivalence or anything has nothing to do with how many people I'm talking to. But the point I'm making is that what we're seeing here, what we're seeing act out here is some ignorance on all sides. And in my opinion, I think it would have been better off for Zach to record that. And they got cameras everywhere. There ain't nobody would steal his stuff. Nobody. And I would have left my stuff in there. They might have stole Zach, but they wouldn't have stole mine. I guess that speaks for me. That says loads for the person that they steal it. So I don't know why he would think that. Because I want to have the hearing. I want to. You can't even get past the Fifth Amendment. You only have so much due process as it is. You understand that? The Fifth Amendment is very, very tricky. Okay, due process is very tricky. Okay, especially when they're giving it to you and you're getting a double dose of it. You got one in there and then you get to go. So if they're recording it, I don't know why he just didn't go in and record this and then file for a copy. either way, it didn't matter. I don't understand it. I really don't.
So that's what's going on right now behind those doors.
See, so right here, you got the hearings investigator, right? This is the hearings investigator / administrator. And this right here is a notary republic that is recording this hearing in this conference room that is not a courtroom. Okay. Do you know why it's not a courtroom, ladies and gentlemen? Do you know why that I'm saying it this way? Because behind every real judge in uh when it comes to the due process and legitimate court hearings, you have to have the state's emblem behind him and the United States flag. If you don't, you can't have the hearing. That's why it's an informal hearing, ladies and gentlemen, and it means nothing. This is just another room at City Hall that you have access to and that you can record. And since it's yours, there's no expectation of privacy in here.
Yeah, I'm not going to be facing my phone down on the table and just doing audio. I'm not doing that, guys. I'm not doing that. I mean, I'll do that only if the camera can see me or something. I'm not going to be making a dark video where all you see is the table. I'm not doing that.
So this trash right here, all right? With this trash, now I can't speak for this lady and this man. He's just doing his job. He showed up, he did what he was told. She was never given the chance to answer the question. And therefore, that's not her fault. And that's not his fault. That's Zach's fault. Because he told him right here, and the hearing hasn't started yet. So he could have stuck his head in there. So, look, man, this guy records all over the place and does what he wants. Why didn't he do it? I don't know. Zach, that's up to you to answer, man. Don't get mad.
It's not a courtroom, and it's not a judge. It's a public hearing. Let them do what they want, and it will only help you in future lawsuits. Correct. Yeah. If they're going to forbid me from due process over me wanting to live stream or record my own
understand, because
hearing.
it's a policy issue, and it's all over policy. It's what's under the policy decorum, not what's in a court decorum. So your Fifth Amendment, I don't even know if it exists in there because it's not even a decorum.
That's on them. Like I said in the beginning of this video.
You'll see when you get it to federal court. There's a lot of smart attorneys, man. The Fifth Amendment is very specific unless you plead it. First and foremost, I plead the Fifth.
The only reason why
everything that has, and the Sixth Amendment that has everything to do with due process, everything.
I'm doing this,
and the 14th Amendment, everything. I'm pleading it all.
Give them a chance to redeem themselves and exhaust all measures before I go do
that gives you standing in federal court.
Straight to a federal lawsuit. This is a public services. Have him show you this rule he's making up. Yeah.
Unfortunately,
as you can see,
because
I believe that's
the only thing that he could do is 242 for kicking him out of a police station. That's it. That hearing, it's all policy. It don't mean nothing. It doesn't. There's the authority of the police officer kicking him out of the police department, right? Is what's in question here. Was it lawful? Was it legal? It wasn't. Was it in policy? That's what they're talking about today. Today, this is a policy hearing. It's all about policy. And they're not violating any policy because it's in their policy. You guys get it? So when you surrender to a policy decorum, they didn't do anything wrong because they told you up front. You get it? You would have just stuck your head in there and asked the so-called person that would be conspiracy in 241. If she would have said no, boom, then you would have had her. But You can't get her. Sorry.
What's his name? I think it's Elkidge or Eldridge, something like that. He's the city attorney. And as you can see, he's not interested in answering any of my questions. He was rude right off the bat.
I see why he's doing what he's doing. It's easy. Because, tyrants, man, they
reading some
love
comments
taking
here.
easy.
Says, what do you want? To bet someone in that room is watching the stream, or maybe someone is telling them about it? Perhaps.
No, they'll just watch it later.
Someone says, couldn't you set up the camera in the other room and record the television?
Not a bad idea. I would have thought of that. First and foremost, if I would have known that there, I would have did it that way. Because it would have been, I wouldn't have had to worry about asking the judge or anything. I just turn that up all the way loud and boom, I'd have it. Because I know nobody's going to steal my stuff in there.
I mean, I suppose I could, but my equipment would be in there all by itself. Hey,
So,
could I
Mr.
see that
Cooper,
roll?
Mr. Cooper, it's 10:30.
Can I see the roll?
Mr. Cooper, it's 10:30.
What's your name?
First of all,
What's your
not
name?
answering questions.
Oh, you're not answering questions?
Yes.
Wow, you're
Would
super unprofessional. Are you the attorney here?
Do you want to come in? We're going to start the
Are you
hearing
Eldridge?
now.
Eldridge?
We're going to start the hearing now. Would you like to turn off
Would
the video
you answer my
camera?
question?
Comment.
What rule?
We're
What
gonna
rule?
start the hearing
Show me the
without
fake
video.
rule, your imaginary rule. Wow. All right, guys, we'll hit the like button. Let's get this out there to the world, show as many people as possible their unprofessionalism
Man,
and
I
disdain
just,
for the
like
public.
to
Wow.
take time out right now and just show my God that I put you first, because I know that nobody that is in Florida that does what I do understands what I do, and they don't care about it, and they have disdain for it. But I don't have disdain for you. Lord, I thank you for giving me the brains and the education that I have to know and not have to go through this. And I do know that the tyranny that's happening is going to get worse. And I just ask you to be with these guys, because they're going to get hurt and they don't get it. You guys see this right here? See the decorum here? You got to have a state seal. You see this? And a flag and that. That's why it's not a hearing. It's not a real hearing, guys.
Wow. Can't even go into my own hearing. Someone says he needs to polish his dome. Yeah, they just earned themselves a lawsuit for sure.
Hominums. Just, if he
Stacking
is acting like trash, I mean,
the violations here.
it's a trash basket, man. It's shame on him.
See, they don't like transparency here. They do not like transparency in the land. One of the worst cities in the United States.
People keep screwing up like it just says in First Romans. God said it, man. So
I don't know if you guys can
biblical
hear.
that people are just worthy of death because they keep hurting and taking and unaliving people over their feelings and how they act. It's just not right. I'm sorry, it's just not right.
So they're proceeding without me, as you can see. Let's go knock on the door. I'm going to ask to speak to someone else because this unprofessional public servant doesn't understand what it means to be a public servant. He's the attorney, I believe, the city attorney, the one who's been pitching all this fake ordinance stuff to the commission, the city.
Wow.
It's locked.
So now we know it's locked, right? I mean, what are you going to do with a locked door? There's really